Well, hello there, Leo. How are you? And happy birthday. I hope that you are truly enjoying your Leo season. So, today we are going to take a look at August and see what is on the horizons for you. So, let's get started. Let's take a look first at some of the overall energies. Okay, so it's time to let go. And on the bottom is new beginning. So, I'm going to also take that. There's this energy where it's time to allow yourself to close some doors in your life so that you can go in a new direction. But in order to do that, right, we have to also recognize is some of the energies around feelings, or I feel like there's something here about the feelings that you're having concerning about closing some doors in your life. Are they really, is it really time to close these doors, or should I wait, right? You kind of maybe had them half open, half closed for some time. But this is you recognizing, saying, okay, if I want something new in my life, right? I can't sit around waiting for somebody or something to return. I can't stay in the same mindset. I can't keep allowing myself to stay comfortable in what I am doing or thinking or believing, right? I have to allow myself to make some changes. I have to allow myself to get out of my safety zone so that I can acquire some new relationships, new experiences in my life, a new job, a new career. Just this energy of wanting more passion, more life in your life, right? So let's see what else we have. Yeah, happy. I love this. Exchanging gifts. And then I'm going to take this. You have the 10 of Cups. So it's the energy of knowing what it is that your heart truly is desiring at this time. And understanding that if you want what to manifest, what it is that your heart desires, you have to allow yourself to let go of, with the exchanging gifts is one of the concerns here in whatever this is that you've had so many experiences where it wasn't balanced. You had relationships that weren't balanced, jobs that weren't balanced, right? Your entire life may have been out of balance, right? You've been giving too much. And allowing yourself to go in a new direction means that you have to make some choices, but you especially have to allow yourself to give up the energy of thinking that if something's not working, you just have to give more to it. This is the energy of recognizing. Sometimes I have to recognize that just giving more to something isn't going to open these doors wide open. You've probably had the experience of having someone in your life where you just kept giving over and over and over again, thinking that finally they would see your worth, or finally they would want to be a part of your life, or finally they would acknowledge how much time and energy you were putting into the relationship or the situation. It could have been a romantic relationship, a family, a friend. It could have been at work. But you're understanding, I don't want to just give. I also want to receive. This is the energy of receiving. Receiving the love that you want, the acknowledgement, the sense of fulfillment, of purpose, of abundance. The 10 of Cups, right? The happy. It's kind of like I want it all, but I don't want to forego some happiness in other areas of my life in order to get happiness in one area of my life. That's very interesting, right? Allowing ourselves to recognize, are we working too hard in our career and then don't have enough time for relationships? Or are we giving too much in our relationships and then can't go write the book that we want to write or start the business that we want to start? Allowing our relationships to kind of like take over, right? Instead of really staying balanced and knowing what it is that our heart desires and allowing ourselves to go in that direction. Okay, let's go to the tarot. Let's see what is coming out here. First off, we have the 4 of Swords. Yeah, it's taking stock. This is the energy of resting and really kind of getting back into that energy of taking stock of what it is that your heart truly desires. Perhaps you have been overgiving for such a long time. You just need to rest and relax and be with yourself. Good self-care, right? Nurturing yourself, taking good care of yourself, doing the deep healing that perhaps you need to do so that you can close out some of these doors. Understanding it's time to reassess. What is it that you are looking for? What new doors do you want to open, right? And not allowing yourself to just jump. And this, it's kind of like a chaotic energy in this card, isn't it? Kind of like jumping from one door to the next, hoping that something is going to work out. This is kind of like allowing yourself to really sit with your heart. What is your heart truly desiring? And then allowing yourself to perhaps kind of start visualizing that and understanding what you may have to give up, whether that's in a mindset, a belief, a relationship, a situation, in order to be able to acquire what it is your heart desires. 9 of Pentacles, lovely energy, right? This is the energy, we could call this a single lady card, but this is the energy of recognizing you have all the tools that you need to create the life that you desire. It is a little bit of a beginner's mindset, okay? The 9 of Pentacles is a little bit of an energy of starting over, but she's happy, right? Because she knows that she's on her way to acquiring what it is that her heart truly desires. She's not overgiving to anybody. She may be in an energy of having to do more for herself, but she's good with that because she knows that the energy she puts into herself, the healing, the self-care, the nurturing, the you know, having the relationships with nature, all of that, her spirituality, that by allowing herself to spend time doing that, she is creating the future world that she desires to have. So let's see what we have here. High Priestess, following your intuition, not allowing yourself to get sidetracked by what other people want you to do. How many times have you tried to start your own business, start writing that book, go for a new relationship, right? Make a change in your life. Maybe something that is really good for you, right? Maybe a new exercise regime or a new journaling practice, a spiritual practice with the High Priestess. But then you got sidetracked because you had situations in your life that weren't balanced. You had a boss that wanted you to work overtime or work on the weekends. You had family members that required a lot from you. And all of a sudden you're recognizing, when is it me time? This is the energy of I'm taking me time. For some of you, you may even be taking a vacation or going to some type of a retreat or a spa by yourself. Like understanding, I just need to get away from the chaos in my life and really and truly get back in touch with me and my higher self with the High Priestess. Yeah, the Emperor energy, gaining back your power. I love this energy. I feel like you have that energy of self-empowerment when you allow yourself to walk away from the people, the situations, the mindset, the beliefs that are distracting you from what it is that your heart truly desires. You have more power. Okay, over here, if you notice, like the dogs have the power, right? She's like, I want to go in this direction. The dogs are like, no, we're going in this direction, right? She doesn't have power over the dogs. And you can think of the dogs as like the distractions in your life. Those can be habits, right? Mindless scrolling on your phone, right? Binge watching TV or movies or whatever, right? Allowing yourself to recognize what is pulling you away from the direction that you want to go in, and then empowering yourself. I think that's what you're doing. You're allowing yourself to see, I'm in power of myself when I allow myself to be the project instead of everybody else's projects, right? I'm putting myself first. This is very much the energy. I'm putting myself first and not feeling guilty about it, right? The Emperor knows I'm going in a good direction. Yeah, Eight of Swords, right? Allowing yourself to get out of the cage of self-doubt. Are you allowing these distractions because you're doubting that you can be the successful emperor, right? Are you allowing yourself to be distracted? I can totally resonate with that, right? When it's kind of like we're not sure that we're going to be successful, that the book will ever finish the book, right? That we'll ever publish the book, that we'll ever find the love of our life, right? Then it's easy to fall into the cage of self-doubt and to continue doing those things that hold us back, right? Allowing yourself to say, I'm letting go of that. It says letting go. I'm letting go of that. I want a fresh start for myself. And allowing that yourself to look in the mirror and say, it starts with me, right? And it does. It starts with us making those difficult decisions about where our time and energy are going, and not allowing ourselves to give time and energy to people, to habits, to situations in our life that are not in alignment with what our heart truly desires. King of Wands. I love it. Look at that. Temperance. You're patient with yourself. You're passionate about the direction that you're going in, but you're patient. And I love that because you know that it's going to take some time. This dove is flying away. That's some of the things that you're allowing yourself to let go of. And I feel like for a lot of this is mindsets, right? It's taking all of those things that you say, I can't do for whatever reason, right? And reframing it and saying, I won't. So instead of saying, I can't write the book, right? You're saying, I won't write the book. That gives you back your power immediately because you're recognizing it's that you can do it. You're choosing not to. And then allowing yourself to recognize, why am I choosing not to? And allowing yourself to close those fears, those mindsets, allowing yourself to start saying no to people and situations that are taking you away from your power. And this is a beautiful energy, right? Emperor and King of Wands. You know the direction that you want to go in, and you're allowing yourself to say, that is the direction I'm going in. And the King of Wands does not let anyone stop him, right? The King of Wands says, I am in charge of my life. And I may be having to start over, right? I may be starting at the bottom, but it doesn't matter. I'm going in the right direction. And I'm just going to keep on going. I'm going to keep on playing my drum, taking one step, one day at a time. And before you know it, you will be the emperor. You will move from the Nine of Pentacles to the Emperor. Beautiful energy. Wow. Powerful. Powerful energy. Yeah. Clean it up underneath, right? Allowing yourself to say, there's, when it's kind of hard when we recognize that we've manifested the reality that we are living in, right? And that is the truth. Allowing ourselves to recognize, if I don't like the reality I'm living in right now, it's time to start over and create a new reality, because I'm telling you, you can create the reality your heart is truly desiring when you allow yourself to take back your power. Allow yourself to make decisions that are powerful decisions in alignment with what your heart truly desires. Wow. Okay, Leo. That is that is a powerful message. All right, let's pull a soul truth card for you. I do personal readings, so if you're interested, the link is in the description box below. I'd really be honored to do a reading for you. So name all the things you love. Are you one of them? One of my favorite cards. When we can love ourselves, it says, I give myself all the love and attention I need, right? Recognizing that is the key to your success, is giving yourself your dreams, your goals, the life you would like to create for yourself, giving that the love and attention, right? instead of people, situations, mindsets, habits that are draining you of your love and attention, instead of helping to support your dreams, your goals, your new reality. All right, I am going to leave it there. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for all of your support by liking, commenting, and subscribing. And I hope to see you again really soon. Much love and light. Bye for now.